English Leap Podcast.
Learn easy English with Speak English Like a Pro. Hey, English learners. Welcome back to the English Leap Podcast, your cozy place to learn easy English through real-life conversations and real feelings at the same time.
Yeah, welcome back, everyone. We are so glad you are here today. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, thank you for giving us a little piece of your day.
Yes, and today we are giving you something back, something that I think you really need right now.
Ooh, what is it?
Permission.
Permission for what?
Permission to dream out loud, without feeling embarrassed, without apologizing, without shrinking it down so other people feel comfortable.
Oh, that is actually really powerful.
Because here is what I have noticed. When someone asks you, what do you want to do with your life? Most people do one of two things.
They either say something very safe and practical, like, oh, I just want a stable job and a nice house.
Or they laugh nervously and say, oh, I don't know, something good, I hope, and they change the subject.
Because saying your real dream out loud feels dangerous.
It does. It feels like the moment you say it, someone will look at you and say, really? That? You think you can do that?
And sometimes that person is not even in the room.
Quietly, sometimes that person is you.
Yeah, sometimes the loudest voice telling you your dream is too big is the one inside your own head.
And that is exactly what we want to talk about today. Future dreams, the big ones, the ones you tell and the ones you hide, the ones that make you excited and the ones that make you scared at the same time.
And while we talk, you are not just thinking about your dreams. You are also learning real English, the kind of English you need when you want to talk about your goals, your hopes, your plans, and your fears with other people.
This is a B1 to B2 level episode, so the language will be natural and a little rich, but we will still speak clearly and explain the strong vocabulary as we go.
And if you are a strong A2 listener, you can absolutely stay with us. Some parts might feel a little challenging, but that is a good thing. Your brain grows at the edges of what is comfortable.
And near the end, we will slow everything down for our word tour. We'll take 10 strong expressions from today and explain them clearly with examples so you can use them in your own conversations.
So if a word flies past you during our conversation, do not stress. It will come back in the word tour.
Before we go deeper, one small favor. If you enjoy learning English this way, with real stories and honest conversations, please like this episode and subscribe to the English Leap podcast. It really helps more learners find this cozy space.
And in the comments today, we want you to answer one question. Just one. What is one dream you have never said out loud to anyone?
You don't have to explain it. You don't have to justify it. Just write it. One sentence, one dream. Put it out into the world.
We will be reading every single one.
Okay, Jason, let us start with something honest. Do you remember the last time someone asked you what your dream was? And I mean really asked, not just small talk, but actually wanted to know.
Honestly, it has been a while. People ask what you do, they ask where you work, they ask how much you earn sometimes, which is very rude.
Very rude.
But they rarely ask, what do you dream about? What do you really want your life to look like?
And I think that's because as we get older, the dream conversation gets quieter.
Yes, when you're a child, everyone asks, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you say astronaut or princess or professional dinosaur handler, and nobody judges you.
Professional dinosaur handler.
Completely valid career choice at age 6.
But somewhere between age 6 and age 26, something changes.
The world starts handing you a script.
Yes, and the script says, be realistic, be practical, stop dreaming so big, life is not a movie.
And slowly, carefully, you start editing your dream. You make it smaller, you make it safer, you make it something other people won't laugh at.
Until one day you look at it and you barely recognize it anymore.
Quietly, with feeling, and that is a very sad moment, when you look at your dream and it looks like a smaller, tired version of what it used to be.
But here's what I believe. The original dream doesn't die. It just goes quiet.
It goes underground.
It sits there, waiting, and sometimes late at night when everything is still, it taps you on the shoulder and says, hey, remember me?
And you say, yes, but not now. I'm trying to sleep.
Exactly. And it says, we need to talk.
Okay, so let's talk about it then. What is your dream, Mia? The real one, not the safe answer.
Okay, The real one.
No editing.
No editing. Okay, I want to write a book. A real book, not a textbook, not a workbook for English learners, even though I love those. A novel, a story, characters who feel so real that people cry for them.
Genuinely surprised. I did not know that.
Not many people do, because every time I think about saying it, I immediately hear a voice that says, "Who are you to write a novel? There are so many books already. What do you have to say that hasn't been said?"
Firmly, that voice is very rude.
It is extremely rude, and it's also very convincing when it's 3 in the morning.
Because at 3 in the morning, everything sounds more true than it is.
Exactly. But the dream is still there, tapping away. So yes, I want to write a novel. I said it. It's out now.
Warmly, encouraging, it is out, and it sounds completely possible.
Thank you. Okay, your turn. What's yours?
Pause. Mine is a little embarrassing.
Good. Those are the best ones.
Okay, I want to live in a different country for at least 1 year.
That doesn't sound embarrassing at all. That sounds wonderful.
The embarrassing part is that I've wanted this since I was 19 years old. I'm not 19 anymore.
How many years has this dream been tapping on your shoulder?
Enough years that I should have either done it or stopped thinking about it.
But you did neither.
I did neither. I just kept it there in a little corner, like a house plant I water occasionally, but never actually moved to a better window.
The houseplant dream. I love that image.
It's alive, but it's not thriving.
And what country?
It changes. Sometimes Japan, sometimes Portugal. Sometimes I see a photo of somewhere and I think, yes, there. That is where I want to be.
That wanderlust feeling.
Wanderlust, yes. And for our listeners, wanderlust is that strong desire to travel the world and explore, to not stay in one place, to go and see and feel and experience.
It comes from the German word wandern, which means to hike or travel, and lust, which means desire. So literally, the desire to wander.
And so many people feel it, that quiet pull towards somewhere else, toward a life that looks and feels different from the one you're currently living.
And the question is always the same. How do you go from feeling the pull to actually following it?
Which is the hardest part of any dream.
Yes, because feeling the dream is one thing, chasing it is completely another.
Let's talk about that, because I think there's a moment that happens with every dream. A moment where it goes from being a nice idea to being a real intention.
Yes, and that moment is different for everyone.
For some people, it's a quiet moment. They're sitting somewhere ordinary and something small happens, and they think, I can't keep living like this. I have to start moving towards what I actually want.
For other people, it's a crisis. Something falls apart. A job ends, a relationship changes, a health scare happens, and suddenly all the reasons they were waiting evaporate.
Evaporate, like water disappearing into the air.
Yes, all those reasons you were waiting. I'll do it when I have more money. I'll do it when the time is right. I'll do it when I feel ready. Suddenly, all of those feel very thin and unconvincing.
Because they were always thin. We just needed the right moment to see through them.
And I think that's what this episode can be for someone listening right now. Not a crisis, but a moment of clarity.
A moment where you look at your dream and you say, what am I actually waiting for? Gently, directly, what are you waiting for?
And I want to address something here because I know some people listening have practical constraints that are very real. Money, family responsibilities, health, location. These things are real, and we're not going to pretend they aren't.
Right. We are not here to say just follow your dream as if the bills don't exist.
Exactly. But there's a difference between a real constraint and a comfortable excuse.
Say that again.
There's a difference between a real constraint and a comfortable excuse. A real constraint is something that genuinely limits you right now. An excuse is something that feels like a constraint, but is actually just fear wearing a very practical coat.
Fear in a practical coat. That is so accurate.
And the tricky thing is they look identical from the outside.
So how do you tell them apart?
You ask yourself one question. If this constraint disappeared tomorrow, would I start?
Oh, that is a good question.
If the answer is yes, instantly, without hesitation, then it might be a real constraint, something you're genuinely working around.
But if you hesitate, if something in you says, well, even then I would probably wait a little more, then the constraint might be an excuse.
And that hesitation is not a failure, it's information.
It's your fear being honest with you for once.
Yes, fear is usually very sneaky. It hides behind logic and practicality and sensible reasons. But in that moment of hesitation, it shows itself.
And you can say, oh, hello, I see you now.
And once you see it, you can actually work with it instead of being controlled by it.
Okay, but let's talk about something that I think is really important and not talked about enough. What happens when you tell someone your dream and they respond badly?
The dream killer conversation.
Yes, because this happens. You finally get the courage to say your dream out loud, maybe to a friend, maybe to a family member, and instead of encouragement, you get
The look.
the look or the question, but how are you going to make money doing that? Or, that is very nice, but have you thought about something more stable?
Or the worst one, the soft discouragement, where they do not say anything negative directly, but they say, I just worry about you. I just want you to be realistic. I just care about your future.
And it is wrapped in love, so you cannot even be angry at it.
Which makes it so much harder to protect your dream from it.
Has this happened to you with the novel?
Once, I mentioned it to someone close to me, just lightly. I said, I have been thinking about writing a novel.
And?
They said, oh, that is lovely. Do you have time for that?
Oh.
Do you have time for that? Not, that is amazing. Not, tell me about it. Just, do you have time for that?
Which is another way of saying that does not seem like a priority.
And I smiled and changed the subject, and I did not mention it again for almost a year.
Because their response put a little stone on top of the dream.
A very small stone. But when you add enough small stones, the dream cannot breathe.
And this is why I think it matters enormously who you share your dreams with.
Yes, not everyone deserves to hear your dream. Not because they are bad people, but because not everyone has the capacity to hold a dream carefully.
Some people hear a dream and they immediately try to fix it or shrink it or make it more sensible, not out of cruelty, out of their own fear.
Their own unlived dreams.
Yes. Sometimes when someone discourages your dream, it is because somewhere inside them there is a dream they gave up on. And seeing yours alive and breathing is uncomfortable.
It reminds them of something they stopped fighting for.
And that is sad for them, but it does not mean your dream should stop fighting.
So you protect it. You find your people, the ones who hear your dream and lean forward, the ones who say, tell me more.
Tell me more. Those are 3 of the best words someone can say to you.
They really are. Find the tell me more people.
Okay, I want to talk about something practical now, because we have been in the feeling space for a while, and I think some people listening are also asking, okay, but what do I actually do?
Yes, let us get practical.
Because a dream without any action is just a very beautiful thought.
And a very beautiful thought is lovely, but it does not change your life.
Right. So let us talk about the bridge. The bridge between where you are now and where your dream lives.
I love this. The bridge.
Because a lot of people look at their dream and they see the distance and it looks enormous. And they think, I cannot jump that far. It is impossible.
But you do not jump. You build.
One plank at a time.
And each plank is just one small action in the direction of your dream.
For me and the living abroad dream, the planks look like this. Researching visa requirements for one country. Saving a small amount each month with a label that says, this is for the Year Abroad Fund. Connecting with one person online who already did what I want to do.
None of those are dramatic. None of them require you to quit everything and jump.
But all of them are movement. And movement matters.
Because dreams do not come to people who wait perfectly. They come to people who move imperfectly.
Imperfect movement. I like that.
Because the perfect moment to start does not exist. It will never arrive. There will always be a reason to wait one more month.
One more month, the famous phrase.
I'll start next month when things calm down.
And things never calm down.
Life does not calm down. Life just changes flavor.
Changes flavor. That is so true. The stress does not disappear. The busyness does not disappear. The flavor just shifts from one kind of chaos to another.
So you move now, with the chaos, inside the noise, imperfectly and anyway.
And there's something else I want to say about chasing dreams that I think people underestimate.
What is that?
The cost of not chasing them.
Say more.
Because we always talk about the risk of going after your dream. What if it doesn't work? What if you fail? What if people laugh? Those are real risks, and I understand them.
But we do not talk enough about the other risk.
What if you never try? What does it cost you to carry that dream around for 10, 20, 30 years and never give it a real chance?
That weight.
That weight is real, and it gets heavier every year you carry it without moving.
I felt this last year, actually. I was going through a very ordinary Tuesday, nothing bad was happening, nothing was wrong, and I suddenly felt this heavy, flat feeling.
What kind of flat feeling?
Like I was living a life that was fine, but not mine. Like I was wearing someone else's coat and it fit well enough, but it wasn't made for my shape.
The borrowed life feeling.
Is that a phrase?
It is now.
The borrowed life feeling, where everything works. The job pays, the routine runs, the days pass. But something underneath is saying, this is not the story I wanted to be in.
And that feeling does not go away if you ignore it. It just finds other ways to show up.
As restlessness, as irritability, as that strange sadness that has no clear reason.
As the 2 a.m. thoughts.
Always the 2 a.m. thoughts.
Where your brain says, okay, defenses are down, let's talk about the real stuff.
And the real stuff is usually, am I building the life I actually want, or am I just managing the one I ended up in?
And for English learners, this question has an extra layer, because you're also building something else, a language. A voice in a new tongue.
And that takes so much courage.
It does. Every time you open your mouth and try to express something real in English, you're being brave. You're reaching toward a version of yourself that can connect with more people, access more opportunities, live more freely.
And that's its own dream, the English dream.
I love that. The English dream.
The dream of being able to say exactly what you mean and be understood. Completely, without searching for words, without hesitating, without feeling smaller than you actually are.
Because that's what it feels like when your language doesn't come easily. You feel smaller than your actual thoughts.
Your ideas are big, your feelings are complex, but the words are not there yet, and so something gets lost.
And one day, with enough practice, with enough brave, imperfect conversations, the words catch up to the thoughts.
And you feel whole in the language.
And that's a dream worth chasing every single day.
Even on the days when you go blank, even on the days when the grammar runs away, even on the days when you feel like you're not improving.
You are improving, even when you can't see it. Especially when you can't see it.
Because the invisible progress is still progress.
And your dream in English and in life is still alive, even when it goes quiet, even when it feels far, even when someone puts a small stone on top of it.
It's still there, tapping.
Still tapping. And it will keep tapping until you finally say, okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, let's slow down now and do our word tour, because today we use some really strong and beautiful language, and we want it to stay with you.
Yes, 10 words and expressions from this episode. We'll explain each slowly and clearly with examples so you can use them in your own conversations.
You can just listen or repeat after us. No pressure. Let's start.
First expression, wanderlust.
Wanderlust is a strong desire to travel and explore the world, to move, to discover, to not stay in one place. It's that pull you feel when you see a photo of somewhere beautiful and think, I need to be there.
For example, she couldn't stay in one city for more than a year. Her wanderlust was too strong.
Or, ever since he was a child, he felt a deep wanderlust every time he looked at a map. Repeat. Wanderlust.
Wanderlust.
Slowly. Wanderlust.
Next expression,
Comfortable excuse.
A comfortable excuse is a reason you give yourself for not doing something that feels logical and practical on the surface, but is actually just fear or avoidance in disguise.
For example, saying, "I'll start when I have more money," is often a comfortable excuse, not a real reason.
Or, she realized her comfortable excuse was always that she was too busy. But she wasn't too busy, she was too scared. Repeat. Comfortable excuse.
Comfortable excuse.
Take your time. Comfortable excuse.
Next expression, evaporate.
When something evaporates, it disappears slowly into nothing, like water turning into invisible air. We use it for feelings, reasons, or excuses that suddenly vanish.
For example, all his reasons for waiting evaporated when he received the bad news. Suddenly, nothing seemed important except following his dream.
Or, her nervousness evaporated the moment she started speaking. It just disappeared. Repeat. Evaporate.
Evaporate.
Slowly. Evaporate.
Next expression, thriving.
When something or someone is thriving, they're growing and doing very well. More than just surviving, they're flourishing and full of energy and progress.
For example, his business wasn't just surviving, it was thriving. Orders were coming in every day.
Or, she finally felt like she was thriving, not just getting through the week. Repeat. Thriving.
Thriving.
Take your time. Thriving.
Next expression, clarity.
Clarity is a feeling of clear understanding, when the fog in your mind lifts and suddenly you can see exactly what is true or what you need to do.
For example, after a long walk alone, he finally felt a moment of clarity about what he really wanted.
Or, she had been confused for months, but one conversation gave her complete clarity. Repeat. Clarity.
Clarity.
Slowly. Clarity.
Next expression, wandering.
To wander means to walk or move slowly without a fixed destination, without a plan, just moving and noticing. We also use it for the mind when thoughts drift without direction.
For example, she spent the afternoon wandering through the old part of the city, discovering small streets she had never seen before.
Or, his mind kept wandering during the meeting. He couldn't focus on the numbers. Repeat. Wandering.
Wandering.
Take your time. Wandering.
Next expression, capacity.
Capacity means the ability to hold, contain, or do something. When we say someone does not have the capacity to hold your dream, we mean they don't have the emotional space or understanding to support it properly.
For example, not everyone has the capacity to support big dreams. Some people can only see risk, not possibility.
Or, she had a great capacity for empathy. She could always understand how other people were feeling. Repeat. Capacity.
Capacity.
Slowly. Capacity.
Next expression, imperfect movement.
Imperfect movement means taking action even when everything is not ready, not perfect, not planned completely. Moving forward despite the mess and the uncertainty.
For example, she didn't have a perfect plan, but she started anyway. Imperfect movement is still movement.
Or, his first video was not good, but he posted it anyway. Imperfect movement got the ball rolling. Repeat. Imperfect movement.
Imperfect movement.
Take your time. Imperfect movement.
Next expression, restlessness.
Restlessness is that uncomfortable feeling when you cannot settle, when something inside you is unsatisfied and keeps pushing. It is like your body and mind are saying, something needs to change.
For example, he felt a deep restlessness at his job. Everything was fine, but something inside him kept moving towards a door.
Or, her restlessness at night told her she was not living the life she really wanted. Repeat. Restlessness.
Restlessness.
Slowly. Restlessness.
And our last expression today, to carry a dream.
To carry a dream means to hold onto a hope or goal inside you over a long period of time, often without telling anyone, without acting on it fully, just carrying it with you through your everyday life.
For example, she had been carrying the dream of opening her own cafe for 12 years. It was always there, just waiting.
Or he carried the dream of writing a book everywhere he went, in every job, in every city. It never left him. Repeat, to carry a dream.
To carry a dream.
Take your time. To carry a dream.
That was our word tour for today. 10 expressions that are not just useful for English, they are useful for life.
You do not need to remember all 10 right now. Just let 1 or 2 stay with you. Maybe wanderlust, maybe imperfect movement, maybe the borrowed life feeling.
Even though that last one is not officially a phrase yet.
It is officially a phrase now. We decided.
We have that power.
So here's what we want to leave you with today. Your dream is not too big. It is not too late. It is not too strange or too ambitious or too unrealistic.
It's yours, and that means it has value.
And the world does not need you to shrink it to make other people comfortable.
It needs you to grow into it, slowly, imperfectly, bravely.
One small plank at a time.
And if today, this episode, gave you one moment of clarity about something you have been carrying quietly for a long time, then it did its job.
You do not have to act on it today, but maybe you can stop pretending the dream is not there.
Maybe you can say it out loud for the first time, even just to yourself, even just in a whisper.
And if you're brave enough, write it in the comments. 1 sentence, 1 dream. No explanation needed.
We will be there reading, cheering quietly for every single one.
And one more thing. Your English dream, the one where you speak freely and fully and completely, that one is closer than you think.
Every episode you listen to is a plank on that bridge.
Every word you repeat is a small, brave act.
Every comment you write is your voice getting stronger.
Keep going. The other side of the bridge is real.
And it is worth every imperfect step.
If today's episode helped you, please like it, subscribe to the English Leap podcast, and share it with one person who is also carrying a dream they haven't said out loud yet.
They need to hear this today.
This is Mia.
And this is Jason.
And you have been listening to the English Leap podcast. Bye.
Bye.
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.